Join us today as we look at one of the UK's oldest Victorian ornamental ponds. Welcome back to Orchard Koi for another video. Today you're going to be joining us as we look at one of the oldest ponds in the UK. This is in Avery Hill hothouse in southeast London. It's actually the second largest Victorian hot conservatory that we've got in the country, only bested by Kew Gardens. This huge glass house was built in 1889 and it's got a domed glass roof and it's got a figure of Mercury on top. It's part of one of the most expensive and extensive garden arrangements ever built for a private house in England, so it's pretty massive. And as you can see as we're walking around, it is like walking into a temperate or tropical climate. I mean, it's really hot in here, obviously. You've got the sun beating down, you're getting some crazy temperatures for all of these tropical and subtropical plants that they like to grow. We're going to have a walk around quickly just to show you an idea of what the rest of the garden looks like. It isn't as full of glory as it used to be. It used to be a lot bigger. It has fallen into a state of disrepair and it has had some money put into it in more recent times to bring it back up to standard, so they are getting there. It's still an absolutely cracking place to come and visit, and just an absolutely massive building in terms of the size of the glass roof, which is just pretty impressive. As you can see, there's loads of different plants if that's what you like to do. It's a great place to come spend some time. But housed within this, there is a great little pond that I want to show you guys today. So here is the pond that is over 130 years old. As it stands today, as you can see, there's a collection of goldfish in here and there are 2 koi carp. Why I wanted to show you this, guys, was there is no filter on this, there is no pump. It is all run by the ecosystem that it has developed itself. You've got the statue of Galatea in the middle, who is the goddess of calm seas, and then all else you've got is the plants that go with it. Obviously we are near the end of the season now, so the plants are starting to die back. They've been trimmed, cut down, but these are all that manage, along with the algae, the blanket weed and the bacteria that live in here, is all that services this pond and keeps the water clean. You can see the water's pretty clear, it's very shallow. It probably gets quite a good temperature, I'd imagine, being in here as well, so it doesn't have to deal with some of the extremities of your outside pond all year round. Pretty neat. Obviously it's over 130 years old. This is something that would have originally had goldfish in. Obviously goldfish have been in the country for a couple of 100 years. Koi hadn't quite made it here at the point this was built, and was for the ornamental goldfish to be able to be swimming around in. So try and show you how deep it is. You can see it's probably not much more than 1.5 foot deep, 2 foot deep in total, and the fish seem perfectly happy. Obviously again they're sheltered from a lot of the elements, but just goes to show you what you can do with vegetation and plant. Obviously a lot of people like bog filters. It just shows you that you can run a fairly healthy, decent ecosystem. The place itself, as I said, you've got a massive glass roof across all of this, so the heat generates pretty well. You've got a fantastic statue in the middle, which makes it look very picturesque, and coupled with the plants when they're in full bloom, look absolutely wicked. The fish are fed a specific amount a couple of times every day, so the fish are obviously still fed plus whatever they can find growing in their natural environment. The winter garden itself is free to visit. So it's in southeast of London, so if you do want to pop in, it's got opening times throughout the year. It shuts for an hour at lunch. I believe it opens at 10 in the morning, shuts at 4 in the afternoon. If you want to come and check this out yourself. This is the start of part of my journey of trying to look at different pond designs, trying to encompass a couple of different things in terms of what I want for my own pond. I'm trying to get an idea of what people have done throughout the last sort of century in terms of how the ponds have developed. Obviously koi being relatively new to our country, 1940s, the first time we really had anything proper. So obviously ponds had a long-standing establishment in terms of their ornamental and their desirableness in this country beforehand. So I want to try and include some of that, something a bit different when I build my own. So there you go, guys, one of the oldest ponds we've got in the country, ornamental that is. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it was a little bit different and give you an idea of what you can do with your pond if you are thinking about building one. Certainly giving me a couple of ideas. and again, just shows you can keep it really simple, and that is the definition of keeping it simple. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked that. Please subscribe, give us a like. Until next time, take care.